Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. Today on Tallidus Plays, we continue our Project Zomboid Wild West server playthrough. And we are in front of our base here, the Echo Mine Workers Union base. And we're still very hungry and very, very dehydrated. So, I'm going to see if we can't go inside. We cannot. Can I get water from this water cooler right here? No, just slightly too far. Okay. Well, let's see what we've got here. Looks like people have been setting out various items. Yeah, I'm still locked out.
Yeah, when I got on earlier, he randomly invited me to the thing, so he was probably spectating me. You can tag him, Zovi. He should be able to add you.
Awesome.
Are you like hungry or anything?
Yeah, I'm starving and I'm thirsty.
I got stuff for you here. Take this first, I'll give you a bottle.
I appreciate it, thank you. It's a lifesaver.
I found some MREs.
Oh, nice.
Do you need a car?
Yes, if there's an extra one, that would be great.
Yeah, I have a spare vehicle claim orb as well that you can use in it. Let me go check what's the best one I can give you. You might not be able to get in here. I think it's whitelisted as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see the glass in the floor?
Uh-huh.
That was me earlier trying to drive a car and smashing it because it was.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'll bring you. I can get you a bike or something if you want.
Yeah, a bike would be great. Well, that works out pretty well, folks. We have a pack of MREs, so let's go ahead and open. Alright. And let's see, are these individual? The bacon went rotten on me. Let's see, we got crackers, flameless ration heater, gum, ketchup. Okay, so just a variety of non-perishables. Alright, nice.
Hold on, I think I left this on the floor 2 seconds.
Yeah, I was able to actually find a pickaxe on my last loot run. Let's see, I'm gonna probably eat some of this stuff. Let's eat some crackers, I think, for now. Peanut butter as spice.
And I can give you this. Hold on, I think it's in my backpack. Oh, 2 seconds, I'll just drop it on the floor. You should be able to just right-click the bike with this when it's in your inventory. It's on the floor there.
Okay, I got it.
It will say claim vehicle, and then it will just do a little thing. Yeah. Alright, well, I'm gonna get you some more food and water because I'm probably gonna go for a bit, but I want to make sure you're good.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. Alright, so we have a motorcycle. Claim vehicles manager. Yep, this is our motorcycle here. Our Zarly Davidson Sports Step 86. So, not maybe super Wild West appropriate, but I am not going to complain. And let's see, I have my peanut butter crackers here, so we're going to eat these. That should assist with our hunger. Wow, we are really hungry. Okay, we need to eat some more. Change tortellini ready to eat. Ooh. Wow, that's really good. I think we're going to hold off on eating all of that. We're going to eat... I think the rest of this energy drink, we'll drink another quarter of that. This we've been sipping on since our last episode. But it does help with hunger as well, which is great. Hunger and thirst. Not a ton of hunger, but a whole lot of thirst. Actually, well, we'll save it. I probably shouldn't have wasted that because we really just need the hunger more than anything else. You know, I should have probably combined more of the crackers with other items. Can we combine this? Flameless ration heater.
Some stuff. Here's a bag for you.
I appreciate it.
There's a bulletproof vest. Have you got a can opener?
I believe I actually... No, I do not have a can opener. Oh wait, yes I do.
Alright, well I got some non-can stuff anyway, so.
Fantastic.
And there's 2 bottles, okay. Anything else you think you need?
No, I was just gonna head down. Do we have like a new main base right down to the south?
Yeah, the road is really filled with zombies, but I think you also have to get whitelisted for that one as well, because I tried to go to it and I couldn't get in, so.
Oh, I see.
I'm not really sure what's going on. But
got it.
Yeah, just stay safe. There's loads of sets. I wouldn't stick around.
Okay, so I'm just kind of gonna do some generic looting, I suppose, then.
Yeah, I think the main town nearby is, I think it's mostly been cleared out now. I think there's more groups in there that are living in there. They seem
Okay.
okay. If you look in the map, can you see the full map or is it just me?
I can see. No, I can only see what I've discovered. I can see the
Ah.
gutter.
Yeah, that's a new one. I think the one guy lives there and he cleared out the whole place and it's so bad he called it that.
Oh,
The gutter.
nice. I see one to the west.
Yeah.
That's the one where I almost died.
Yeah, so most of the places are pretty clear, but if you go further out, you'll find stuff for sure.
Okay, excellent. Alrighty,
need
man. Well,
cigs
I
or
appreciate the
anything
help.
like that? Yeah. Need cigs?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Do you need cigarettes?
Oh, no, I'm okay. I didn't take the trade.
Alright, that's fine. That's okay, I need those points.
Alrighty, man. I'll see you around.
Yeah, good luck. There's a full tank, you should be good with that.
I
Just
appreciate
stay
it.
alive, I guess.
Alright, well,
Bye-bye.
we have our mission here, folks. So we can't really get into either of the bases, I think. Again, we're kind of playing a little off hours, so not exactly synced up with everybody else. Let me see, can I... Once I get onto the motorcycle, is there any sort of storage on the motorcycle, or am I just beholden to... Oh! Here we are. So there is storage. And it is very nice. The moto bag. Moto holster. Okay, so we can probably throw our rifle in the holster. Let's do that. Is this not an option? I guess it won't fit. Can we put anything else in the holster? Okay, so we can throw a lot of other stuff in the motorcycle holster. That will help a lot. So we don't necessarily want all this. We're going to trench coat because we now have that bulletproof vest on. Suit jacket we're not wearing just because it's super hot. Need to drop a lot more weight. Let's get rid of the trowel. Oh, we already full. Yeah. Oh. The rest of the non-perishable food we throw in our trauma bag here. And that should help us get a little bit of the weight off here. I'm just trying to see what can we throw. Don't really need all these knives and things, but we'll save it for now, I suppose. And then this bacon, I'm just gonna drop it because it's rotten. You know, we put a mousetrap over here. Did this ever result in anything? We'll add the rotten bacon as bait. We'll see if that results in anything. You never know, you never know. And then I'm just gonna drop the rest of this for now. And what else can we do? Well, looks like about it for now. We got a sugar packet. We'll just throw that in the bag. Of course, we got our money. So, bandages looking good. We got our pickaxe. Ooh, you know, if I could really put this pickaxe away, that would be a huge space saver. Can I do that in the bag? Okay, so we put the pickaxe away, and then we need to equip an actual weapon here. The chef knife is kind of our weapon de jour for now, or melee weapon of choice. See, there's still more. Can we put the Remington? No. Not sure what the best way to do. Maybe the money? Well, that's not going to save much. But it saves a little bit. A hammer, screwdriver. Slightly better. Man, this Remington rifle is really killing me space-wise. How much can we put in here? Let's do this. All of that. Still has 4 pounds between the suit jacket and the long trench coat. This long trench coat is now no longer as good as mine. Let's see, this bulletproof vest is better. So wait, is this trench coat? Oh, I have to get on the cyclist. Check it one more time here. Did they hotwire this thing? Can I even turn the motorcycle on? Didn't think that. Okay, yes, I can. Okay. Well, I think we're all right. We are still very hungry though, so let's eat some more. We'll eat this vegetable soup. Okay. And we'll just drink the whole thing, because we are very hungry. Oh wow, we are still hungry. My goodness. Okay, so we'll drop this can. What else do we got? Surely there's some more food. He gave us quite a bit, so we're gonna eat quarter of this package of cheese tortellini. Let's see what that gives us. Okay, good for now. Throw the rest of that in our bag. And I think we're ready to hit the road. Just as night falls here. So again, he said I can't really get into the other hideout. I think I know where it is. It's like much further to the southeast, I think, is the new hideout. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to kind of make my way. Let me check. Hold on 1 second. Okay, so if we were to go... Wow, this is far. Okay. South, east, basically Spawn Town, and then south again. My goodness. Alright, so we have quite a ways to go, but let's go ahead and hit the trail here. I have no experience with motorcycles in Zomboid because this is kind of a new thing for me. It's a mod, so not in the base game to my knowledge. So having said that, we're going to be very cautious with the way we ride. I need a little bit more of my tortellini. And we are thankfully still healing, so that's a good sign. We seem to be fairly okay on temperature. We're going to avoid trees and rocks, and we're going to try to stick to the roads. Man, this thing has some pickup on it. Did I choose Speed Demon? I don't think I chose Speed Demon. Yeah, that's right, I chose the pain tolerance. Okay, so this is not even with Speed Demon. This thing just gets up to like 90 instantly. So we're going to do a little bit of, you know, general looting here. Kind of hopping around, looting. Seeing what we can find. Again, we have a couple pounds to play with, or at least about 1.5 kilos. So let's just see what we see. And again, all the easy pickings have definitely been picked through, so not expecting to find a whole lot left in these areas, but you never know. Also, you know, medical supplies is never a bad idea. You know what? We could probably fill our water bottle. And we'll take a drink from the sink while we're here. Never have too much water in the desert of the Wild West. This is an exterior staircase. I should be able to... Yeah, there we go. Oh, that was inside of it. Okay. Yeah, nothing here. I think we're probably just going to jump on the cycle and go a little bit further because I'm not expecting to see a whole lot of decent loot. So we're going to kind of head just kind of in the vicinity of the where I think the new base is. Again, the folks at my faction haven't quite told me where coordinate-wise, but I did see a screenshot of what it looks like, so at least we have a visual idea. I'll give you one hint. It is a mine. I love how fast this thing is. This is crazy. Like 100 miles an hour. Ooh, okay, that was the bass sound effect of nighttime falling. Yes, there it is again. Very spooky indeed. We have to keep our eyes peeled for any potential players who mean us harm, because again, this is a PvP server, so nowhere and no one is safe. Except for the safe zones. Those are safe. Unless there's zombies, but you know. Okay, this is moving through this little town area here. Again, since we have the motorcycle, we were able to actually zip through, dodging a lot of zombies, which is very nice. Can actually do a little bit more exploration. I'm really trying not to hit many because I assume that the durability on motorcycles goes down extremely fast. I don't think it's really possible to arm these or put armor on them. The health is still increasing, which is nice. Ever slowly but surely. Let's take a peek at our map. So Twin Rivers, I guess that's the name. The original town is now called Twin Rivers. So yeah, we're gonna head back through there. I think keep going south on this road. Should get us there eventually. Remember that clothing store, once upon a time. Had a very near miss there. Oh, you know what? We might not be able to go through this way. Let's check. I don't know if this road actually connects. Again, this is totally new. Usually the one advantage I have with Zomboid is that I have decent map knowledge of Knox County, kind of the outer Louisville areas, but now it's all new again. It's like a whole new game. So, and this area is filled with zombies, so thankfully I have a full tank of gas, so we should be able to kind of zip around here pretty quickly. I do like these small, kind of nimble ability of being on a motorcycle. Get in and out of where you need to go quickly. And it doesn't seem to be insanely loud. I mean, obviously we're drawing them when we're, you know, within about a quarter of a screen or so. But we're not like sending off muffler shots or anything and like attracting every zombie in the vicinity. So that's kind of nice. And honestly, this thing is so quick that by the time they even notice I'm here, I'm already driving away. So as long as I don't get careless and hit something at speed. Again, Ryan Gosling earlier mentioned that he ran into an invisible wall at a safe house, and that's what caused all the shattered glass on the ground that we were looking at. I'm doing these little... Whoop, see, I don't even want to hit corpses with this motorcycle if I can avoid it. I'd rather do a little off-road than hit any corpses. So I'm not sure what kind of damage they'll end up doing to the vehicle. I'm going to turn eastward here. Clint eastward. And see what we see. Okay, this is time to take a peek at the map. Okay, yeah, we're basically headed straight shot back to the original starting town. So I might swing by there and see if anybody has any interesting quests or things that they're looking to do, or maybe they're willing to trade some things. I don't know. I don't have much money, but I got about $32 in my pocket, and that's not too shabby. I've seen bounties for $50, so if a man's life is worth $50, I can surely get something for $32. You never know. Oh wow, there are lots of zombies on this road. I don't know if anybody's come down here recently. It's yeah, let's just keep going east here. This is the church, the pink zone up north there on my mini-map. You can see the little box. I think this is the church. Yeah, another player's motorcycle. A couple of horses parked out front. Actually, a few. Let's see if anybody's doing services inside real quick here. Ominous wind sound effect. It really does kind of sound like zombies sometimes. Church donation box. Oh, church is actually a safe zone now. Interesting. Okay, they've quarantined it off. Can I go on this side? Oh, okay, so I can go on the side. Not there. Oh, so parts of it are quarantined. Okay. Duly noted. I guess we'll be about our way here. Set. I think they're still working on voting in a new sheriff. But currently there is no official law of the land. I do believe there is a mayor, but I haven't seen him. I think the sheriff is what they're working on getting now. And I never really went through this town. Let's take a little browse around here. Is it Twin Rivers is the new name? I think when I first started it was just called Blue Town. new zone area. It's got a bit more personality, a little bit more charm. Looks like some player housing potentially. I think I do still have a save house that I can claim. This is Ricky's. Looks like it's the medical area, doctor's office. Yep, that's the clinic right there. Okay, that's very nice. Let's go back here. I think it pretty much goes to desert real quick. Kind of drops off in a hurry. Let's go around this way. I wonder if there's still any loot in this town, to be honest, because I'm not sure if people actually went through it with a fine-tooth comb or if they all just struck out into the greater wilderness areas. Now, we know from experience that I believe these walls are mainly just visual. I don't think they actually stop zombies or anybody from crossing them. So we will not rely on those. Let me just pop my head in here just to see. Leave the engine running. We're just going to check to see if any of this is lootable. Some chairs. Yeah. Really nothing going. Start over here. Yeah, that's what I suspected. Back on the road here. Oh, I didn't even see this 357 Magnum in here. Okay. We have 30-06. What's the 357 take? Well, obviously 357 rounds. I don't know how many of those. We have 30-06 for our Remington, and then 380 auto. Not sure what, if anything, we'll use those for, but we can always contribute to the cause. Okay, I think now we continue on towards our new base in the vicinity. I'm going to pause for another snack here. We're still working on our delicious tortellini. In my main inventory, yeah, so we need another quarter of that. Alright, good. So one more serving left that we can snack on. Yeah, I think we can go a little bit more southward. Again, it gets more and more dangerous the further from any civilization we get. Not only because of the zombies, but because of the potential players that might be lurking in the exterior parts of the town. Now, again, people seem to be playing it fairly, I guess I want to say conservatively, or fairly, you know, they're playing nice right now. So I think everyone's kind of avoiding starting off any wars this early in the season. Because again, we're just at the ending of week 1, effectively. It's only been like 4 or 5 days since the season started. So I'm going to peek at one more image here just to see, get my bearings. Okay, so if this is correct, I should probably be going, I think, more to the south. Feels like I'm going the right way. I think there's a little subdivision off to the east here. In fact, we can see it actually. This is the purple zone. I don't know if it's, I guess New River is the name. So yeah, the names are at the northwest corner of each zone. So this is a little confusing, but yeah, New River is this dark blue kind of purpley zone that I'm passing here. I'm going to leave this though because a lot of the zones that have been named have been cleared or are being cleared by other factions. And therefore the factions have sort of laid a soft claim to all the loot inside. So I don't really want to poke the bear and start looting in an area that might be under claim of another faction. And speaking of other players, we got a bunch of cars over here. I don't know if these are all usable, but there's a whole traffic jam outside of town here. So we're just okay, well that's what I'm worried about. Let's hop off and just see. I need to check the stats on this thing. Vehicle mechanics. I just want to get a good baseline, especially after I hit that ambulance. See how we look. So the headlight is a little whacked out, 25%. Engine, 47%. All the other items are not bad. The bag on the right is gone, and the holster on the right is gone. So we need to fix those. Oh, they're just missing. We just need to install them. So we need to find it and use a screwdriver to install them. Okay, well that's not terrible. So we're looking for this moto holster, moto bag. And the headlight, I mean, I'm not terribly worried about that right now. We can see well enough at night. It is 3:10 in the morning right now, so here comes a little pocket of zombies. We'll avoid them for the time being. And let me just see if I can't get my bearings. I don't know. Yeah, I don't really know where I'm at, to be honest. I think I have a vague idea. This is a cliff. Yeah, I think I kind of know. Ooh, I'm gonna go around all that. That looks like a death trap. Oh, I might not have the option, though. Maybe I have to go through here? Maybe somebody sledged this, I'm not sure. Yeah, looks like somebody sledged that open for just this reason. Okay, so we're gonna follow along. Feels like I'm getting very little. I need to be on the road to get better. Yeah. Oh, that makes sense. Go faster on paved roads. But I know I want to hug the southeast side here. This cliff. Let me go this way. Do a little bit of off-roading. Follow along this cliff here. I think we're getting close. Ooh, this is not ideal. Don't like getting up to... See, this is right here. It's like I'm rolling over stuff right now that could damage my bike. I'm rolling over a lot of stuff that could damage my bike. Okay. Keep trying to dodge it if possible. Steering input is a little delayed as well, I've noticed, for the bike. Kind of got to turn into it. I'm going to try to create a little bit of space here. I don't need to be this close to the cliff. Okay, well, you know what? Alright, well, we're going to go through here. Just to see what we can do. This is insane. Okay. You know what I noticed, though? I'm not sure if it really registered the tires on the bike as being of any given condition or not, good or bad, so I'll have to double check that. So I'm not sure what takes. Maybe the fenders take the damage instead of the wheels. You know, something takes the damage. There's a reason to be safe. But we'll see, we'll see. I'm just going to follow the path of least resistance for now. Probably could have turned off a lot later than I did. Looking back. But who knows? Oh, and on another note, one other little factoid I've learned about the desert, at least the desert in Project Zomboid, is that I believe I was not really in that much danger of dying of thirst my previous episode. Apparently a lot of the cactuses with flowers at the top, and even some without, provide water, which I didn't know was actually a mechanic in this game. I know that from a lot of other games and from reality that there's water in cacti frequently, but apparently yes, you can interact with some of the cactuses and get water so that you don't die of thirst. So duly noted. Now that we have several gallons of water on our person, we do have that little factoid, that little Zomboid factoid in our back pocket. Again, I'm not sure if that's just like a, well, yeah, I'm sure it's a modded thing because the desert is not in this, you know, vanilla game. You know what? How close am I to this thing? I feel like I need to go back out towards the road. Let's go back out towards the road. It seems like it's going to take forever if I stay on these rocks. Rather zipping by the zombies on the road than almost hitting rocks every 5 seconds. The character's still getting a little terrified every once in a while when he sees a big pocket of zombies. Alright, here we go. We're getting back to the road. Let's double check our map after we get away from that guy. Okay, we'll just do a quick check. Okay, so yeah, all that detour basically put us like 2 clicks further down the road. I think we can travel a little bit further before we turn off. Actually, I think this is where we were supposed to turn off, so yeah. Alright, well, now we know. So let's see here, there. I think now we follow this down, I think southeast. Oh, my motorcycle just died. Oh, that was terrifying. Okay, so it's not perfect. Hopefully this hasn't taken a ton of damage. You know what? Let me hop off and just check. I really didn't realize. Maybe that was just a very short-term thing. Vehicle mechanics. 2, 3, 4, 5. Checking. Engine is still at 47. Okay. So, okay, the front wheel does take damage. Front wheel, rear wheel. Got it. Okay, so the wheels can take damage. The engine is at 47, so that's probably why I just crapped that on us there for a minute. The engine could be in better shape. It's not terrible, but it could be in better shape. So, again, we're going to try to zip past some of these groups. We do not want to drag them behind us if we can avoid it. So I want to stay as far from the cliff as I can while still tracing it around the side here. Don't die right now. Don't die right now. Thank you. Got a nice smooth ride on the motorcycle. It needs to get beat, you know, bitten by zombies. I was gonna say eaten or beaten or bitten. So eaten, beaten, and bitten all together. Bad combo. Okay, got a little bit of an open path here. So I can kind of start to see now on the map how the vegetation works, the tiles set up, and I'm starting to get it a little bit more, kind of how it works. So yeah, this should jut out, and then I think it follows along. Yeah, I think this makes sense. Back to the east. Alright. We're starting to make some progress here. And I don't want to waste a ton of fuel because gasoline is not exactly easy to come by here in the Wild Wild West. I don't know if I'll constantly say Wild Wild West or just Wild West, but technically this is just the Wild West. Right now we are making some progress here. 6 a.m. The sun has risen. We'll start to get a little toasty in the desert yet again, which is not a bad time to come upon another safe house area. I don't know how close we are, though. I'm going to have to kind of eyeball this. Again, I'm just going to check my reference image here for a second and see. Feels like we're close. Oh, I see. We're looking for a dirt path. Okay. You know what? I think now is as good a time as any to eat the rest of this packet of tortellini. Delicious. Cowboy tortellini. Good. Alright. Do a little buzz by here. Some of these zombies. Maybe not. Okay. Yeah, okay. There we go. That was about as close as I wanted to get, especially with the engine dying for a second. Felt like a little heart attack. So I was actually chilly overnight. Yeah, that's right. The temperature does drop quite significantly at night in the desert. But surely enough, it will heat up in the bright light. Destination, more or less. Again, I don't believe I have access to this particular safe house, just like the other one. My goodness, there are quite a few undead around here. Okay. Yes. Okay. We're gonna try to get away from all these guys for now. And my goodness. Has anyone else been here yet? This doesn't seem like anyone has actually... Either that or everyone's been through here and nobody's cleared these zombies, because it seems like they're definitely getting stirred up. And there are so many rocks. Look at all these guys kind of caught in the rocks there. So the rocks, to my knowledge, they work basically like see-through brushes, or brush. So there's a server restart happening as well, which is perfect timing. But yeah, basically, you know, what normally would block your vision in Zomboid is like a brush or a tree. You can see past it, however, it still slows you down, and I think it can still injure you if you go like sprinting into it. So, what we're gonna do here is probably post up and kill the engine on the bike, and we're gonna have to do a little bit of combat here, folks. So, thankfully, we seem to be pretty well healed up. Our bandages are staying clean, so let's get to it here and chop down a few of these zombies. These boots were made for stomping. Ooh, box of tetrametrazone. Okay, I don't really know what that actually does. Maybe it has something to do with the cure for the virus. I don't know. March Ridge map, and that's not going to help us on this map. I would be curious, though, if it's still unlocked, like the... What's the term I'm looking for? Like the related position. Something to check out. Let's go ahead and read this March Ridge map just to see. So March Ridge, yes. Now, let's look at the main map and see, did that actually reveal anything? Oh, it kind of does. Okay. So the maps are worth reading. They actually reveal, it looks like the grid associated with that town is overlaid on this modded map. So they are still worth reading when you find maps. Good to know, actually. 30 cm. Oh, that's probably cm. Centimeters? Doesn't really make sense with hills. Okay, we got a few more zombies here. Actually, that's quite a few. Let's try to fight one at a time if we can. Starting to lose a little bit of durability. The old chef knife. We're gonna stand on these guys. Oh, I thought I was standing on you. Guess not. Shove them away. Yeah, I can hear this knife starting to take some damage. It's not gonna last forever, unfortunately. Luckily, we do have a couple of backup weapons on our motorcycle now. So we do have that as an option. A needle. Okay, well that's... I don't know if it's just for drugs, but we'll see. We're gonna be a little bit more thorough in looting the zombies right now, because I think that might be the best bet for unique loot. Oh, okay, that's a ton of zombies. So we're going to just stay in this area and fight them as they come. If too many show up, we're going to jump on the motorcycle and just get out of the area. Oh, kill shot. Okay. Go in there. So again, I would rather fight the small group down here. So let's kind of crouch, and we'll just do a little bit of a sneak. So basically I'm sneaking with C, and I'm hitting Q while sneaking, just to do a little whisper. So normally if you hit Q, it would do a shout, which is almost as loud as a gunshot. It's a really good way to get zombies' attention. But if you're sneaking and you hit Q, you do a kind of a loud whisper, which is, you know, visible here. Psst. And the idea is this is getting the attention of only a couple zombies, ideally. We just want to grab one or two. See, we just got this guy. So we were pretty close. You can see that was only about 5 or 6 tiles away. But the idea is we want to kind of, you know, cull them from the herd. Use cowboy speak. And that way, if we fight one at a time, we are safer. And we're more likely to actually, you know, not get killed. That's the idea. There was a bounty on digital watches. I don't think that's a thing anymore. I would normally grab it to see the temperature, but we actually have temperature gauge kind of built in. I hover over our temperature kind of monitor here. It'll show us our temperature. So we're gonna not wear the digital watch for the sake of, you know, roleplay, right? This is the Wild West. No digital watches, no motorcycles either. But we'll you know, we gotta have some sort of locomotion. So let's grab this guy's attention. Nope. Sometimes they'll just turn around and see you as well. So the only reason I was whispering is because they're all walking away from me. Alright, and I'm basically going to do combat here until the server restarts, and then we will log out here in roughly 4 minutes just to make sure we're not on. I don't like being on the server when it does a restart, just because, I don't know, personal preference. I just feel like there's a higher chance of glitches if you're online during the restart. Something could go awry. But yeah, basically I want to clear out the entrance of the base so that other faction members of my crew can get in a little bit easier when they log on. So y'all don't have the same issues that I had. Ooh, uncomfortable wind chill. Well, I mean, it's a wind chill, but it's still 97 degrees Fahrenheit, so it goes from 97 to a frigid 82 degrees. Ooh, I'm gonna get my sweater. Okay, got her to stand up. She's coming out. And again, I'm tempted to bust out one of the rifles now that I have some ammo, but we're going to probably save all of our ammo and guns for actual PvP. Zombies, you know, it's usually just best to stick with melee when it comes to zombies. I do want to poke my head in and just see if we can actually get into the base. I don't know if I've been whitelisted in this one or not. So let's take a little bit of a gander. I don't know how many zombies walked in either. Oh, it looks like it's totally blocked off from the entrance. Okay. So that is the base down that hallway. I really like the setup, though. I thought this was just another mine. I think this base might be something else altogether, which is great. All right. Well, some more zombies are making their way towards my chopper. So if they mess with my chopper, then they mess with my chopper. I'm holding the knife up. It's obvious. All right. Oh, here comes a few. The only thing I'm concerned about is if I get stuck in like a kill shot, it does the animation where I stick the knife into the head, and that actually like stops my character in the middle of like running around, so I'm a little nervous about that. Don't want to do it when there's too many zombies nearby. Okay. I think that's all for now. Let's check them out. I mean, ooh, bonbons, delicious. I'm tempted to grab some of these digital watches. I don't know if they're going to do another... So, again, bounty basically means they were paying people to turn in digital watches just to make sure that they weren't floating around in the world. Because, you know, again, it doesn't look quite as realistic. I'm going to go ahead and... we're going to save these bonbons. Do I have anything perishable to eat? No, thankfully. We do have the rest of this energy drink, but that's mostly for thirst, so I'm good there. Let's take the pills. I don't know if I want to take them out, actually. I'll leave them. I'm not really sure what these pills do or don't do, so we're going to leave them for now. Alright, I think we're going to take a brief intermission here. We're going to keep going with this episode in just a minute, but the server is about to restart. So, we'll be back in just a few moments. And we're back. Alright. So we were killing zombies right in front of the base, and I think I'm actually going to jump on the motorcycle, and we're going to try to go eastbound, I think. Just see what is out on the open road there. So, we're going to eat a little ketchup. As gross as it is, just to eat ketchup by itself. It's something. There we go. Venture out following, I guess, this kind of pale road. I don't know if this is actually a road. I think, yeah, it's more of a geological feature than a road. So we're just going to go directly to the east and see what we see. Again, just striking out, you know what I mean? We're kind of in the open desert here, but one thing I know is that the further out you go, the more likely you are to find some interesting loot. And also the less likely it is that other players have been here before, so... to take a little bit of a risk if you're trying to strike out and find some new horizons. And the only other problem there is no nobody's killed all these zombies yet, so we got quite a few zombies in the vicinity. So keep an eye on that. I don't want to waste any more than like a quarter of my tank of gas. So right now we got about an eighth that we've used so far. That was on a fairly long journey from our previous base. So we'll keep an eye on that. Basically, if we get close to that 3/4 full, that's probably what I'll call it. We're just driving around randomly. We'll say we'll use like maybe the better part of the rest of this day. What is this a player who got killed? This looks kind of recent. Let's take the zombie out and check it out here. It looks like fresh blood. That's the only reason I'm curious. Okay. Nothing on the zombie. Is this a player? No, I don't think that was a player. Just a random kill area. That's interesting. Okay. Ha! Engine dies as soon as I get back on it. Well, that's gonna happen. Yeah, note to self, the first thing on my to-do list is to fix up the engine on my motorcycle so it's a little bit more reliable. Because I do not like the fact that I can't really hop on it and get away immediately if needed. So that is something to keep an eye on. But again, yeah, we're just kind of picking a direction and going. Again, you got an idea of the sheer size of this map. It's quite a doozy as far as modded maps go. Normally a modded map is more of a location than anything else, you know. In the past we played on like the Outlook Hotel, or we played in the bunker area, or things of that nature. This is a whole different story. Desiccated corpse. I don't even know this has loot. Yeah, nothing on it. So dried out shell of a person there. Okay, we're gonna keep going eastward here. Onward and eastward. Ooh, that's a horde. That's a big horde. That's a really, I mean, come on. Can I just go through? Let's just go through. This is ridiculous. Where are we? There's so many, are there just this many zombies randomly? The open desert? I don't see any other, like, landmarks around this area. Huh. Well, maybe we'll try to go around that on the way back. I don't know. We'll see. My character is still getting quite peckish. I wonder if I could use that lemon drink mixture in a bottle of water. I don't want to eat it raw because that really kills my thirst, so it's basically just like pouring salt into your mouth, you know. Not ideal for the thirstiness. Another big old pocket of them, so I was gonna wait to like keep driving east until we hit a road or something. I don't know if there's anything else out here. This might just be the open desert at this point. We're just driving flat out 90 miles an hour here, so I feel like I'm filming a cologne commercial. Cowboy in the desert, riding his, what do they call it, Flarley Davidson, flat out 90 miles an hour. Not looking back, only looking forward. Cowboy cologne. Buy it at Dillard's. Alright, well, who knows? Can I use this lemon drink mix? Mix lemon drink mix. Can't craft anything. Let's stop here a second. Can we mix this with a bottle of water? Sure. We'll make lemon drink. And where did that go? Bottle of lemon juice. Okay, this is full. Thirst and hunger. Okay, well, so drink a quarter of it, I guess. I don't know if I'm going to automatically drink it or not, but we'll drink a quarter. Not a lot of calories, but it does do a little bit to hunger, so it might stop us from being peckish at least. Or maybe it won't. That's fine. We'll drink it as needed. I don't mind being peckish. I just don't want to get hungry. I'm surprised my character is still registering as chilly. Maybe it's the wind whipping through my hair as I zip through the desert at 90 miles an hour. I don't know. Problem is complacency. I'm gonna stop paying attention and hit a rock going 90 out of the desert and flip the bike or something. That would be bad. So the salt flats. Oh, the engine just died. Turn this back on. Let's check our map real quick just to see how far have we gone. Wow. So flat out, we just drove about, I don't know, a quarter of the way across the map horizontally. So we're gonna keep going. There's got to be something else out here. I don't think. I know there's large swaths of open desert, but I'm pretty sure there's something else on the east side of the map. It's unlikely to be completely open. I know most of it's open, but the only other issue is I might be doing quite a bit of damage to the bike, even though, yeah, because I'm not riding it on any asphalt, and it does look like the tires are, any time they kind of kick up like that, you see them kind of popping up and down. I think that has the potential for damage, so keep our eyes on that. Keep zipping past any of these boards. Oh, and there's a house. Oh, I guess we'll leave it off for now. Although, are they coming towards me? Are they stopping? Ooh, I don't know. A lot of zombies now. A lot of zombies. Okay, are they all... They all just happen to be walking past this house? Just gonna go ahead and turn away from the big group, and we're gonna go down. Oh, I see a road, actually. I see a road on the minimap here. There we go. That is a road. Okay. So, I guess let's go north and see where this takes us. There we go. Now we have a little bit more control over the bike. See, it's wobbling more than it was. I'm concerned about that. Oh, my goodness. Okay. Not cool. Not cool. That is a large group of zombies. Alright, well, we're just gonna ignore them for now. I am gonna stop just for a second. I want to see... Am I really messing up this thing? Vehicle mechanics. Go. I know I've got a few that are walking towards me, so we'll be quick about it. Engine's still at 47. The tires are still good. Okay, so we're not really destroying the bike. It's just not doing it any favors right now. Let's get out of here. And I think I need to keep sipping on this manually. Yeah, let's drink another quarter of our lemon juice. This is like a lemon beverage. Man, I'm worried. See, I keep waggling every time I do a dramatic turn there. The bike kind of wobbles, so I'm concerned that one of these days I'm gonna wobble too much and actually lose it. So I'm also concerned I'm never actually going to be able to find a decent loot area if they're all completely surrounded by zombies. I can fight 5 or 6, I just can't fight, 40 at the same time. That's a little outside of my abilities as of now. It's time to eat something else. Let's go ahead and eat... I guess we'll eat this mustard packet. I know we can add it to food and be smarter, but for now we're just going to eat it. Is this an oasis? I'm seeing greenery, or is this a cliff? What is this? It's just a little patch of rocks, I guess. Interesting. Not seeing really anything noteworthy. Huh. Let me go a little bit east of this just to see. Is this marking something? Is it meaningless? Who knows? We'll just follow this little pale trail just to see if it goes anywhere. Looks like it's gonna just kind of dissolve into nothingness again. Oh, there goes the engine. And we're moving. Again, we're getting a little sad. It's probably because we've been eating condiments and lemon juice for the last half a day or so. Yeah, I don't really see this going anywhere. We're gonna go turn back and just go back directly west towards the road here. Just don't want to get too sidetracked. Now that we actually found a road, we have kind of a way of marking landmarks, so let's stick with that for now. I'm seeing a lot of blood spots on the map, though that's a little disconcerting. More zombies. Back to the road we go. See another greenish patch on the left there. Oh, here we go. There's a little house. Let's check this out real quick. I think I can get in and out. Yeah, let's be fast about it. I don't think anybody's been here yet. So this could be a new area. Loot-wise, nothing. Comb. Nothing in the bedroom. Let's check the nightstand just to be thorough. Nothing going. Okay. And we're gonna get out of here real quick. Oh! Did not see this zombie walking around, so that means there might be a lot more on the outside. So, no? Okay. Good. You know, there is a trail, though, I see. That goes left off of this road, so let's check that out. Oh, I don't want to pull that horde. Yes. Okay, so there's another house. Let's go down this trail and see if there's anything here. There are a couple of little shacks, so, you know, let's pop our head in here just to see what we see. Looks like we've drawn at least one. We're gonna close that door. We can always run past if need be. We got a hoodie. Ooh, that's what I'm talking about. 12 gauge buckshot and looks like a threaded board playfield. Okay. Well, take the buckshot. We'll take the rifle. Oh, can I even hold this? No, I can't. Okay. Not bad to get. We're gonna have to be careful though, because okay, we're getting a little bit of we're getting a lot of zombie action. We need to get out of here. Yes, so we're gonna have to do a little bit of the old cardio. Quick jog about. This is what I was worried about with the motorcycle. Probably should have killed the engine. But that's okay. We're gonna hop back on. I'm hoping it's still running. Yep, good. Been in a whole mess of trouble if not. And we'll just keep going here. So, what was that exactly? Lakefield, Mossberg. Very heavy. L395K magazine, but it only holds 4 rounds. I don't know if this counts as... Oh no, that is a buckshot. Yeah, this is a shotgun. Okay, so that is the ammo that we found in the closet is for that exact weapon. Good to know. And I think we are stirring up a lot of these zombies for the first time. I'm seeing large groups that are just like chilling, and then they start to kind of move suddenly. So I think that's the implication there, is that these are dormant hordes that I've basically been stirring up as I move through the environment. And I would have liked to look through some of those other buildings, but we can't really go back right now. I need to get rid of some of this. Can I throw this into anything else? It's my only issue with the equipped. Yeah, these weigh the same. It's my only issue with my motorcycles that does not have a lot of storage. We got, what, 10 kilos worth of storage? Not a lot going there. I'm gonna keep following this road though. It's gotta lead somewhere, I'm sure. You know what? We do need to drink more of our... We're just gonna drink all of our lemon drink here and see if that helps us out. Maybe that'll beef up our carrying capacity a little bit. I think if we're fully fed, we should be able to hold about 18 kilos. Nope. Oh, alright. So we can eat some gum. Chewing on some gum as we fly down this dirt road. Okay, that sounded like either a human screaming or maybe a vulture. I'm gonna hope that it was a vulture. But all I know is I ain't seen no birds in this map. So, that is what it is. Let's check the map, actually, on that note. Where am I now? Oh, Samuel's back in base, so let's go check that out. Just keep following this road, I suppose. Should probably take us there now that I think about it. Looks like it heads that direction. We'll see if I can't, I would love to get access. I just don't know if the person who can give me access is currently online. So we might have to wait until a future episode to actually go inside of our newfound base. But there's always time to loot and shoot out here in the Wild West. That's just what we'll do. And again, I haven't quite decided on what to focus on in this playthrough. Again, we made our character something of a jack of all trades. He's got a myriad of abilities here. You know, we've got a little bit of light-footed, sneaking. We've got aiming and reloading. We got a good amount of trapping and a really good amount of foraging. So that might become my forte, is sort of the foraging expert, able to sort of help gather things when there's nothing else available. I kind of had a hunch the foraging and trapping would be good things to do in a Wild West themed map where the vast majority is an open desert. Speaking of open desert, man, this is still going. Okay, well, we'll keep on moving here. Let me see if Sam can hear me. Using the faction chat just to see if he might be able to help me out. And this works out that we're headed back to base because we're creeping up on that 3/4 of a tank. And I do want to keep as much gas as possible here, so. Again, we're going to try to travel almost exclusively in unexplored areas to keep revealing more and more of the map, so we have a better idea of, what is where, and when people start referring to things over the course of the season, we kind of have an idea of what they're talking about. Ooh, that looks like a loading cell. I've been driving fast enough to actually catch up to the buffer. So, first time that's happened all season. Props to the servers so far for actually being able to do that. And I haven't been able to travel this fast for a while, so there's that. My oh my, I mean, again, it's even in the Knox County map, I don't really know if I've ever legitimately been traveling quite so long on any given road. And it's like, there's still things, right? There's hordes of zombies, there's little towns, little outposts, but just the sheer scale of this map is quite impressive. Let's see if Samuel is over this way. Samuel Ayers, I believe the leader of our faction, if I'm correct. But I don't know if it's the person that can whitelist me into being able to go inside the base. So, always a little tricky with some of these multiplayer servers, syncing up with other players to be online at the same time. I tend to play a little bit later in the evening, so I don't always catch people when they're on. But I don't mind, again, I'll try to make sure I'm online for the big PvP or PvE events. That's kind of the name of the game, right? You want to do events on the events-based PvE server, but, even the experience of kind of helping out the faction is sort of fun unto itself, so kind of a win-win in my opinion. I'm actually going to probably dive off the road here, because I think there's going to be a whole pack of zombies near the entrance. Yep, kind of called that. So we know there's going to be a lot of zombies, any traditional route to the base, so I'm just going to kind of go straight there. We're in stealth mode. The motorcycle makes no noise because the engine is dead. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so we're going to try to just not drag all these zombies to the base either. If I can still get there. Alright. So at this point, I'm just going to drive around any little packs that I see and try to make it directly to the entrance. And maybe if we can shout at Sam vocally, maybe you'll hear us pull it up. Hey, Samuel, can you hear me? Samuel, are you in there? Let me just check to see if there's any zombies nearby. I'll try to send him a message in the Discord to see if he can come out. Alright, I'm just checking to see if he's able to whitelist me here. We'll see. If not, we might call it here for this particular episode. I'm just gonna wait it out for a moment. But we have made some decent progress. We got a pretty nice shotgun on hand. Lakefield Mossberg could use a little bit of repair. But we found a shotgun, we found a box of 12 gauge. Box of 12 gauge buckshot, so that'll help, you know, getting the spread on. Buckshot's probably more useful for zombies, actually, than players. But if we're fighting a large group of players, it's not bad for, you know, peppering a group of them. Kind of teaching them what's what. Let's see, we got some sachet of hot sauce, sachet of salt, and peanut butter. We'll go ahead and, I don't want to open all these MREs, though, so we're going to have to piecemeal this. We eat the bonbons, and then hopefully some of this will have to cheer us up eventually. We'll eat the peanut butter. Okay, so yeah, it looks like they cannot necessarily whitelist me as is. I think somebody else needs to be online. So what we're going to do is just pull our bike off to the side, just so I'm not blocking anybody else's vehicles from getting in or out of the base. Put it right about here. And I think we're going to call it for this particular episode. So if you've made it this far in the episode, please feel free to like and subscribe to keep up with our adventures here in the Wild West world of Project Zomboid. And until next time, this has been Tallidus Plays.